technology. So that's what I'm going to move on to now, and talk in some detail about the challenges of the ageing society, and how these might be addressed by lifestyle medicine, and different kinds of technologies that influence our behaviours. So to begin with, I want to show a chart which is fairly current, and despite the impact of COVID on the whole of global health, today it's non-communicable and lifestyle-related disease that are the greatest cause of mortality. And these are, in a way, preventable because they are based largely on lifestyle behaviours. And just as an example, one of the challenges that older people face, this is my it's my partner's late father, who lived with us for the last year of his life. He died in 2021 after spending 12 months living with us, being cared for by us. And you can see his daily drug regime when he came to us, all of these drugs on the left-hand side of the table. And so it was my partner Jackie's responsibility to make sure that he took these drugs at the right time. So this was what was keeping Eric alive, not inconsiderable cost. And as he became obvious that he was not going to be with us for very long, the daily drug regime changed quite substantially. So it's our reliance on drugs and pharmaceutical solutions that is not only a major cause of cost, but it's also a major cause of problems with the ageing society. And the answer to this, according to Sir Simon Stevens, who is the former head of the NHS, is that we need to make this transition from thinking about medicine as cure to prevention, and making behavioural changes in lifestyles. So the best chance we have of increasing our lifespans further and improving the quality of life in older age is to change our personal behaviours, and to do it as early as possible. So how can technology solve this problem? It's a challenge of influencing lifestyle behaviours and circumstances at an individual level, but also at scale. I only came across the British Society for Lifestyle Medicine just something over a year ago, and I wasn't aware that what I'd been doing with wearable technologies and changing my lifestyle was basically match the fundamentals of lifestyle medicine, which is described as evidence-based clinical care that supports behaviour change with person-centred techniques to improve mental well-being, social connection, healthy eating, and so on. And the three principles of lifestyle medicine is that we need to acknowledge we need to do something about the socio-economic determinants of health. We need to develop proven techniques to support people with lifestyle changes, and this is about human-to-human relationships. And we need to create an understanding and action-based understanding of the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine, which are healthy eating, mental well-being, healthy relationships, physical activity, minimising harmful substances, and sleep. All of these have an influence on our health. And these are the things that I've been trying to manage myself through the use of technology over the last decade. So I've used technologies to manage my diet, my exercise, hydration, my sleep, my mindfulness and stress management, and also some of the tools that provide social support. And the role of technology in all of this, and we're talking now about not expensive or proprietary technologies, we're talking about consumer technologies, is to find ways of measuring these key influences, to create personal benchmarks for ourselves, to introduce gamification by setting goals that are achievable for us, creating that supporting environment around us, providing digital therapies rather than drugs as treatments, but also encouraging personal responsibility for our own health. And these are some of the enabling technologies, and they are the very same technologies that are disrupting society today. Exercise technologies. I've been using different forms of wearable devices, smartwatch, etc., for the last 10 years, and they've gone from simple fitness tracker devices that measure the number of steps that you do to nowadays almost medical grade devices which measure a whole lot of things, including blood pressure, body temperature, stress, and a whole range of other things. Mobile applications that go with this help us to provide dashboards that show, allow us to keep track of how we are doing with our sleep, with our diet, and also with the amount of exercise that we do. And these are some of the different device dashboards that I've used over the years, and it's worked. It's worked for me. And there are demonstrable results. In 1998, I looked like this on the left-hand side. In 2011, I was still a bit of a podgy person. There's a picture from doing a presentation in Kuala Lumpur. But in May 2013, a combination of circumstances, which I don't have time to go into, but nothing to do with ill health, led me to try and gamify my own health with technology. And you can see the transition between May 2013 and September 2013. And in that time, through the use of these devices and gamification, I lost 21 kilos. But I discovered over the period that although I still walk 5 miles every day, and exercise is critical to improved health and well-being and lifestyle, it's actually your diet that is the most important thing and has the biggest impact on both your weight and your health and well-being. And these are dashboards from the devices that I've used that allow me to, in fact this is in this case it's the Fitbit, that allow me to monitor the calorific value and the nutritional value of what I eat, and keep track to make sure that I'm not eating more than I'm burning in calories, but also the right kind of balance. And these devices increasingly give you advice on a healthy diet. Epigenetics is another discipline which involves use of a DNA sample to create a personalised dietary recommendation and exercise recommendation. Originally, it developed for elite athletes. Moodoo is the name of the application. It's available to everyone. I've got it, and I've examined what my physical and mental age are, my DNA age compared to my physical age, and in majority of areas I'm actually younger according to my DNA profile than my physical age. So as far as digital health and diet and nutrition, there are many different tools which include AI and machine learning, which will increasingly allow us to be able to personalize the type of food we eat, the amount we eat, whether it's using delivery services or whether it's pre-cooked meals, and we will get feedback from the effectiveness of this from biometric data collected from wearable devices. Hydration technologies, there are devices which give us little nudges to prompt us to develop new habits. I try to drink 8 glasses of water a day, and I keep a track of my hydration. I also actively measure my sleep, and it's very noticeable that my sleep was dramatically affected by going away on holiday in a negative way, I have to say, and also my heart rate and a whole range of other medical factors were influenced partly by the fact the stress of being away on holiday and driving on the wrong side of the road, but also by the fact that I don't normally drink alcohol, but in the evenings I tended to have a glass of alcohol and a beer, and my resting pulse rate went up significantly from around 51 resting pulse rate to 60 by the time I got home. It's now dropping back down again now that I'm not consuming alcohol. There are stress management technologies available on mobile devices and that allow us to create personal benchmarks and goals and help us to change lifestyle habits. But also we shouldn't neglect the fact that there are technologies in this society where people move away from home that connect families and communities and help with some of the issues of old age when it comes to mental well-being and loneliness. So healthy active aging, it is possible through the combination of technologies, not dependent on technologies, but lifestyle medicine practices to be able to increase your lifespan, but also have a much better quality of life. Technology can play a part in the way that I show on this slide. But it's lifestyle medicine that's key to preventative healthcare, in my opinion. But we've got to remember the behaviour change is complex and it depends on our personalities and our socio-economic circumstances and situations. But these digital technologies are available to measure our key health influences, and they're increasingly affordable medical grade, and I think this will be very, very important in the future of sustainable healthcare.